Welcome back. So right now we have a lot of static data locally on our machine, pretty much meaning that if we go into our current service down here, the customer service, you'll actually see that the data we look at right here is just a local array that we're working with, right? So this is just a local array in memory. So pretty much meaning every time you restart your application, every time you make a change, your data will be overwritten. Now that's not normally how we want to build a real production system, so we need to somehow get some data from a backend. So let's just have a look at what we want to kind of build right now. So if we jump into just this draw.io I just made, there we go. Here you can actually see an overview about the final product we might end up with. This is just one way of doing it. There's a lot of ways to make and get data from somewhere in the world. Now right now we are working on the Angular side over here. That's the client of your application. And earlier in my series we built kind of a backend where we have a REST API available that can send data. We've used Postman to kind of get those data and present them inside just a simple JSON structure. Now we need to start using the same ideas we did with Postman and call from our Angular application, send a request over the wire right here, and it'll go to the REST API that we have as the backend. That guy will go and grab some data from an SQL database probably and send that back as JSON, get it into Angular and present the data, right? So now we have to kind of open up from being a static local set of data like we have right now in code, this static array that we have right now, and we actually have to open up and start getting the data from the actual backend. So that's what we're going to do in the next couple of lessons. Pretty much mean that when I go to customers and I, for instance, click a bill, I want to go and actually get this actual customer from the backend using a GET request. When I press the update and I press save right here after making changes, I want to send an actual put request to the backend, right? When I do an add customer, I start adding information in here. I want to do an actual post request to the backend. And of course, if I do a delete, I want to do a delete request to the backend. So we need to kind of open up now and start using all the stuff we built in Angular now and change the service. So instead of just doing local saves, we'll actually start working with actual data and kind of eliminate Postman and instead starting actually to use our full featured two-tier application that we are going to build. So that's what we're going to do in the next couple of lessons, and we are going to use something Angular called their HTTPClient right here. Now it's already there on the tutorial under HTTP. If you couldn't find this, by the way, if you go to Angular.io, just the root of it, just to show you the path, if you go to Angular.io, the root place, there we go, and you go to docs, and then here you have all the guys, and there's tutorial, and here we have HTTP routing in here. So that's what we're going to work with. See you next time. Have fun.